Hi Scorpio, welcome to your fortnight forecast for the next 2 weeks with me, Raphael. So your keys to the week this week are the Star card and the Wheel of Fortune. Not only is this hope and optimism for your future, but this is blessings that show up for you now that really invite you to dream very, very big. This fortnight ahead is really going to give you a glimpse at how wonderful not only the year ahead can be, but how wonderful whatever you're building from here on in can truly be for your future. What I will say to you is, remember with the Wheel of Fortune, this is a change in your luck. So where something, and for a lot of you, I feel like this is where something you've been pushing to get off the ground or to move forward, that maybe you just didn't quite gain the traction that you would have liked to have with it. This is where it starts to make itself, not even make itself known, but this is where you start to gain that traction with it, where things start to move in a direction and at a speed that you absolutely love. When it comes to your the Star card with this as well, this is a long-term plan or goal that you are getting a glimpse at now. This is you getting to see, right, if I continue down this path, working my little tushy off on whatever it is that I'm doing right now, this is where it potentially goes. And the Wheel of Fortune always has us in the right place at the right time. So if this week you find yourself going through a few divine delays or disruptions, just let them be, because the chances are you're going to end up in a place that's much better than the one that you designed for yourself. With that said, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. For your actions and options with the year, or for the fortnight ahead, you've got the 8 of Pentacles. So when it comes to your work, your career and your profession, these are all spaces in which you're going to see advancement this week. And, you know, with the week that it is, you're probably not really focused on that. So this could be one of those weeks where it's kind of like, well, you know, I left it alone and I came back to it and it had grown really, really well. This could be wonderful. It does also suggest that a lot of you are starting to work on yourselves at the moment, whether this is your physical being, for some of you it probably is, whether it's your internal or potentially even your spiritual being. The options that are available to you this week are likely to be, I say this week, but you know what I mean, that are likely to be very good for your work and your career moving forward. Excuse me. For your communications and conversations, you've got the 4 of Wands. This is the response that you've been waiting for, whether this is an application that you put out, whether this is, you know, especially for those of you that have applied for jobs, whether it's an application that you put out, whether it is a request that you've put out, maybe you sent something out into the universe and said, this is what I need, can you send it back? Well, the 4 of Wands in your communication sector, this is likely to be an email, a phone call, a conversation, maybe even somebody that just shows up and spontaneously says to you, oh, by the way, we're getting rid of this and we thought we were going to give it to you. And you're like, okay, this is exactly what I asked for. And that's the feeling that that 4 of Wands gives me. It's not just about the celebration and the holidays and stuff, which, you know, is beautiful and wonderful. But there's a sense that something that you've called for, especially like if this was something you tried to manifest or put a petition out into the universe for, it comes back to you this week. And maybe even for some of you in what feels like record time, or what feels like just in the nick of time. All right. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, put the books away and just get into enjoying your life and your time and the people that you find yourself surrounded with. All right. The 4 of Wands with the Star card. If you're going to attend any form of online gathering, make sure it's the winter solstice alignment activation. You can get your ticket on the link in the description box below. Shameless, I know, but got to be done. Now, if you are also planning to attend in-person events, which it looks like a lot of you will be fine. What I will say to you though is if you're traveling by car, etc., especially for those of you that have already had little technical niggles with the car, get it sorted this week, all right? Just get it done and dusted, and then it's out of the way. When it comes to those of you that are that work, everybody works in some regard, Raf, apart from people that are retired. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, there are not only reasons to celebrate that come through the work or the job this week, but there is advancement for all. This is one of those really like rare, weird and wonderful moments where everyone in your workplace is going to be happy all at the same time. Probably because, you know, the year is coming to an end and you will get a holiday, but it's more than that. There's something about the workplace culture that you are all in agreement about something at this moment, and it's a celebration for all of you. So if you've all been working towards a common goal, this could be where you see that common goal come to fruition. It could also be, let's say you've been battling something as, you know, as a crew, as a team, etc. And this, like over this fortnight, you get some good news around the advancement of that. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, same kind of energy. The only thing that I will say probably sort of heightens this is if you can host, or even stream, I guess, an event for your, you know, the people that you work with, your team, your colleagues, etc. This could go down very, very well. If you are retired and no longer working, throw yourself into the holiday celebrations, because that's where the love and the laughter is this week or this fortnight. For your love and relations, you've got the Four of Pentacles. So 2 4s can represent insomnia. I mean, with so much going on, to be fair, it wouldn't surprise me if you weren't sleeping, right? So, but obviously keep it, you know, in moderation and all the rest of it. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, that is potentially an engagement. Doesn't have to be yours, but I would be surprised. Like if you're not already engaged, this could be engagement energy. If you are already married and you've already got children, this could be either good news about something that you're wanting to do on the home front, and it's like you get the go ahead, and it's maybe as well like that comes in at the most random time. Like maybe you put like an application in for funding or a loan or a mortgage or whatever, and it's like, well, we're not going to hear anything now, and then bam, something shows up around this 2 weeks and you're like, hang on a sec, what's going on? So this could be really nice. For those of you that are single and looking, get out there and mingle this next fortnight. Even if you are invited to the pouring of a cup of eggnog, go, because the energy around you, within you and surrounding you is fun, it's electric, it's futuristic, and you know, this is attractant. It really is. For your money and materials, you've got the Justice card. Remember, at the end of this month, between the 29th and the 31st, I can't remember the date, I just know it's in that window somewhere, Mercury is going to go retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. So you just want to be mindful that if you are signing any documents or paperwork to that effect, that you do what you can to mitigate it, right? If you have to absolutely move ahead with something, check it, double check it, and if it's not too private, get a second set of eyes and ears on this. That's what I tend to do. If I have to do something in a Mercury retrograde, I will get somebody that's not attached to it at all to have a look over it, and usually that person spots what I don't. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, I mean, the Justice card is Libra ruled, so this would be your kidneys and a portion of your liver. I don't see that being a problem. I'm not seeing you overindulging at Christmas. How? Right? Like, I'm not seeing that for you. And because it's, I think for a lot of you, maybe this is like rededication to some physical sort of health and fitness goals, maybe. That's a possibility, especially anything that comes with like a group endeavor. So let's say like you had a group that you used to go riding with or running with, or, you know, maybe even going back to the gym, who knows. When it comes to your home and environment, the Justice card, because you've got the Four of Wands, whatever plans you had for the home, whether this is extensions, whether it's moves, whatever it is, it goes off without a hitch, even with the Mercury retrograde coming in, and even with your ruling planet Mars being retrograde as well, which, I mean, okay, it sucks, it's not a great transit, but at this point we're all kind of used to the energy. It's when it sort of slows down to stop and then go direct again that we're all going to be like, all right. Well, with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff, whatever you do or don't celebrate, whether it is Happy Yule, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Christmas, Happy Eid. I really hope you have a wonderful one. From my heart to yours, thank you so much for all of your support over the course of 2022, and for those of you that it's been beyond. It really does mean a lot. And I will see you in the new year for lots more new stuff. Take care, and I'll see you soon.